This is the weekly show where we talk about everything that's happening with Liverpool this week. We've got a bit of a jam-packed show. We've got Burnley coming up in the Premier League. We'll be talking all about that. It's a big game at Turf Moor. Tough game. We've got Atletico in the Champions League as well, as our Champions League season gets off to a start. Another big, tough game. If you haven't already, give us a like, subscribe, give us a follow. We're on Instagram at Reds Down Under Podcast. Join in the conversation and say hello.
Comment, Give us some comments. Start some chats.
Hey, you can come back.
Give us a DM.
Yeah, send us a DM, do all the good stuff. Enjoy the podcast.
Yeah.
This is the Reds Down Under Podcast, the best place to follow the Reds in Australia. Enjoy the show.
We are the Reds Down Under, and this is our podcast.
Hello and welcome to Reds Down Under. This is the weekly show. I'm Tom. I'm back as normal. I'm a Scouser living in Australia. And today I've got another Scouser, Joel.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. Cheers, mate. Good.
Let's talk about you a little bit before we get into it all. How long have you been in Australia, mate?
I have been in Oz for about 3 years now. Three and a bit years. But I've been to Oz like loads of times before. Do you know what I mean? I've been living here for the last 3 years, but I came out and done my like working holiday about 10 years ago now, the first time I came. Then I've been back with work when I work in the UK. We used to come out here and do some stuff. So yeah.
Loving it?
Love it.
It's
Love
great,
it, lad. Love it. Especially now this time of year, lad. I'm not going to lie, that winter was a bit depressing. But already, 1st of September, when spring started officially, you can tell the difference straight away, can't you?
Well, it's lovely now. I mean, we're in Sydney, so today's been like 28 degrees.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's been 28 degrees, so it's been absolutely cracking. No, I just can't wait for the weather to get a bit better. I'm away tomorrow. I'm going to Port Douglas.
Nice.
So I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait. But apparently I can't swim in the sea. This is what I've been told. We'll talk a bit more about Joel in a sec.
Yeah.
Big thank you to Red Bull Ventures, production partner, helped us with all the kit. Like, I used to work for them, and they're absolute legends. So, 18 at Red Boat. Thanks very much, you're an absolute legend.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, all the best.
Nice one, lads.
Yeah, all the best. All the best, mate. So, thank you so much to them. Next week, we play Everton.
Yeah.
Not next weekend.
Yeah.
The weekend after. But this pod will come out on the Thursday, so it's the week after we play Everton. So I think a couple of us from Reds Down Under are going to go to Cheers Bar in the city.
Yeah,
have you been there?
Good. I have been, yeah.
Good,
been a few times, yeah.
Every time I go there, I get a bit leery, you know what I mean?
I went for last season, the game against Tottenham, where we actually won the league. It was good.
Yeah.
It was chocker. They had the upstairs open and the downstairs, so I was in the downstairs bit. And yeah, went off.
Did they have the music on and that?
No. Not that I remember.
Because there's a lad called Harry, I think. He does all Jamie Webster stuff, you know.
Oh, that might have been upstairs even.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too sure.
No, it's brilliant. So we'll be there next week. So if you are in Cheers Bar, say hello, you know what I mean?
For sure.
We'll have our Reds Down Under t-shirts on, because, you know, we're all about pushing the brand.
Make sure.
Yeah. Let's talk a bit more about you.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, before we do talk about you, got a big announcement.
Let's hear it.
It's massive, this. This is the last weekly show that'll be coming out on a Thursday. So we're going to bring it out on Tuesdays from now on. And the reason is that we're aware that if we play on like a Saturday night or a Sunday or whatever, we record normally on a Monday, release on a Thursday. It's already a few days from the game.
Yeah.
So the idea is we're going to bring it out on a Tuesday, so it's a bit closer to the previous game, and then that way we can talk about the Champions League games and that a bit easier.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday, yeah, we'll be there. So you've been here three and a half years.
Yeah, 3.5 years.
Do you miss home?
I'm one of them. I love travelling. I've always been travelling. Got the travel bug from me family, my parents. They were the same. We used to always travel, like through my upbringing and stuff. So yeah, I love it. So usually I don't get homesick, but you do sometimes, don't you? You do sometimes. You miss certain things. It's not necessarily like I'm homesick. It's like I'll miss, if you're seeing back home, like some of your family going to family parties or your mates going to game and stuff, do you know what I mean? And so you miss that sort of stuff. Miss little things and your family, really.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same, mate. I'm quite lucky because you know our kid.
Yeah.
You know Jack. And you met me, our fella, as well.
Yeah, I sound.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, you're proper funny.
At the Craig Johnson event, that's where we met in Newcastle the other week. So, I'm quite lucky because I've got those people, but me nan and Nana back there, and the kids and that. I say kids, but they're all grown up now. But so, what do you miss about? It's different. It's being a Liverpool fan here, isn't it?
Yeah. For sure.
Tell people how it's different. What would you normally do watching the Reds back home?
I think that's what it is. What I miss about back home, it is being able to go to game. And although I don't go every game, you know yourself how hard it is to get all the tickets, unless you've got a season ticket or whatever. I just miss that sort of well, first of all, I miss not having to get up at 5 a.m, 3 a.m, whatever it is to watch the game. I miss it being on at normal time throughout your day. On a weekend, it's 3 p.m. kickoff or 5 p.m. or midday or whatever. And I just miss, either if I'm going to pub or if I'm going to game, just being with my mates, having a few drinks before. Just being around loads of the same people that support the same team, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what you don't get here is, because that's a big thing, isn't it? Because in the city, most people are just red or blue, and that's it,
Whereas over here, do you know what I mean? Everyone supports everything. Sydney's massive as well. So it's obviously that's why I'm buzzing that I've met you boys, do you know what I mean? So now I've got more Reds and more Liverpool fans to go to to go watch the game with, or to even talk about after the game, do you know what I mean? It's that, even trying to talk with your mates back home about the game, the time differences. We're now the more Reds I meet over here, obviously I've got people on my own time zone that I can talk about the Reds, talk about footy with.
That's the big thing, mate, because it's different now. Now I've got this podcast, because now I've got the podcast, no matter what time the game's on, someone's messaging me, and that's amazing. Who did we play? Who's the last game we played? Arsenal.
Arsenal game.
I have people in my inbox, you know what I mean? It's different because when you're at home, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The chances are you're in the grounds or you're in the pub watching it, or you're watching it on Sky or whatever.
The people that you're going to be talking about the footy with, you're most likely going to be with already. So you're talking about it live and...
Yeah. And you know what I do miss? You go to the game with your mates, you go to the grounds, you come out, you have a couple of beers, and you just talk shit all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just absolutely talk shit all night. That's that's one of the big things I miss. You get a group of lads or whatever. You go out into town afterwards, have a couple of bevies.
It feels like your whole sort of day is around the game. Do you know what I mean? You've looked forward to it all week. Then you just watch the game together, and then it carries on, cracks on. Whereas here, most of the time, if I'm watching the game at 3 a.m. or whatever, I go sleep straight after it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'll watch it, and then I'm asleep, and then I wake up, and it sort of feels like another day.
Yeah.
And then other people that like yourself or whatever at work, so then you might not talk about it till after work or whatever. So it's just that sort of being able to watch the game and sort of all banter around it, watch match of the day at the end of Saturday evening, do you know what I mean? And just sort of being around footy at normal time.
Yeah, one of my favourite things to do would be to go to the game at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go and have a couple of pints, come home, have me tea, whatever, and then watch match of the day.
Yeah.
Because you've been in the ground, so you see a completely different perspective to the game. Absolutely love it. So what's the greatest game you've ever been to?
Ooh, greatest game I've ever been to. Put me on the spot here. Good question. I've been to
famous for good questions, me.
I've been to, I don't know, the best game I've ever been to. I went to Paris Champions League final. I went to Chelsea that same year, League Cup final. Wouldn't really call them the best games. Didn't win in Paris. We obviously won at Wembley. Wherever. Don't know about the best game. I've been to a lot of games. Never been to a classic game though. You know, when you talk about Liverpool classic games, I can't really recall one specific game where I've gone and said that was a sick game. But obviously, I think winning a trophy is obviously amazing. Being there is an amazing experience.
Yeah, well, you know what, mate? Like, I've never been in the ground and seen us lift a trophy.
No, well, there you go. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would have took a Simicast pen, mate.
Yeah.
I would have took a Simicast pen.
No, like the atmosphere in Wembley is sick. I mean, you don't have to be a Scouser. You just got to be a Red to know what Liverpool means and what Liverpool's fan base is like. But just if you imagine, just there was majority Liverpool fans there, majority Red in that stadium. Even when it's in London against the London-based team, it was just predominantly Red. It was our side being loud, and yeah, we took over.
Something special about Wembley, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd love to ask you about. You were talking there. You went to Paris.
Yeah.
Did you get caught up in any of that sort of stuff?
I did. You know, I genuinely did. Yeah, I was a bit mad. We all went up on a coach. We got a coach over, like a load of us. Don't know how many there would have been on a coach, 60 or whatever. So we all had the ball, all went up together. I remember going to the ground, and it was madness. Obviously, it was just chocker, police everywhere, madness all over the place. Before the game in the city centre, obviously had like a fan zone. They had like a fan zone setting up, so there was hundreds or thousands of people there. Yeah, some craziness.
Yeah, it looked scary. I mean, we watched it in our kids' place. Me, Jack, my mum, my dad, and Abby, we all watched it. And it was crazy because UEFA put an announcement out that the game was being delayed and stuff. But classically, as UEFA, you know, there was always a little bit more to it, like, and to see what was happening to our fans outside the ground was...
It was mad, yeah. I remember being outside the ground. I can't really, like, remember specifically. I have no idea what the reason for, but I remember there was police pepper spraying people. Because I remember, like, I could smell it or taste it or whatever, but I don't know what anyone had done or for what reason they would need to be getting. I just remember there being a crowd. I'm assuming like it's an entrance. People are like trying to get in, and yeah, I just remember the man pepper spraying people.
To think that, what was that? 22 was that 2022 Paris? To think that happened then. You know, with the way things are now, especially with like communication and stuff, like, you know, you can basically find out anything that's going on in like the drop of the heartbeat, like. And to think that it was happening and we couldn't quite find out what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, my mate Adam, he's still back in the UK. He went with his sister Catherine, and they were messaging us, "We're all right."
Yeah.
Stuff, what the fuck are you talking about? You're all right. We didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was going on.
Well, suppose if you were watching it on telly rather than like being there, you're obviously just know what the broadcasters are telling you or whatever. You can't actually see nothing going off outside, can you? You're just like, oh, the game's been delayed. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it was. That's exactly what it was like, and I think that like, I think over here, I think Stan Sport do a brilliant coverage. Yeah. Actually, I think they're really good. Stan Sport. I think it was on Stan Sport at the time. Might have even been on Optus, but the coverage is pretty good. Like, but yeah, it was just so lacking of information. You know what I mean?
But they do that on purpose, though, don't they? They don't want like to be saying, "Oh, there's murder outside the ground." They don't want to like be, you know, making assumptions or whatever. Because to be honest, no one really knew. Like, do you know what I mean? Even us being there, or even people that was there with me, have got different sort of like recollections of what happened themselves, because they might have been going in a different entrance than me, or they might have turned up at the ground at a different time than me. So, yeah, everyone's sort of like recollection of it's different.
Yeah. And people as well, people who made claims as well, still haven't been paid out for that. Which is pretty bonkers, like. It's pretty bonkers. So, how about you, Joel?
I have to think about that then. 36.
It says 36 on your passport,
36,
does it?
yeah, it does, yeah.
36. So when you started watching the Reds, who was your favourite player?
Oh, honestly, I sort of even like to this day, like when people talk about like Liverpool's greatest player, I sort of find it hard to look past Stevie G. And even when we have these like comparisons that you never get rid of them, do you? Like Gerrard, Scholes or Lampard. Even then, it's like I'm offended when I hear it, because I'm just like, no, Stevie G was on another level. Like, so I find it hard to look past Stevie G, but there's been loads of players that have been my favourite at a certain point in time. Do you know what I mean? Torres was. You know what it's like. They're your favourite until they're not. Do you know what I mean? They do something to...
That's what happens, innit? Like, you know, it changes so much. Like, when I was a kid, I loved Michael Owen. Michael Owen left.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's next? Do you know what I mean?
It's mad with Owen, isn't it? Because it's like, Owen was so sick. I've seen all this content now that he's just done he done a Rio Ferdinand's podcast, did he?
Yeah, seen that, yeah.
And it was like, he was saying about like how good he was, and his opinions on himself in comparison to other English players or at the same age, and he's like, no one compared to me. And I'm like, do you know what? He didn't, you know.
No.
He genuinely was that good.
Well, if you look at young Rio that we've got now in the squad, you know, we've seen him in pre-season, didn't we? I think we all like the look of him, He looks like a really good player and a good kid. He's just turned 17 now, so he's in Michael Owen territory now.
Yeah.
For him to do what Michael Owen has done,
first
of all, Gakpo would have to be out for the season, pretty much, for him to get in that left-hand berth, and then to absolutely set the league on fire. Like, my expectations, well, not my expectations because he's a kid, but my hopes for him is that he, you know, in 10 years, he's 27, and we're like, this kid's being the kid, like,
hopefully.
You know what I mean? But that would be a hope over them years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's why I'm a bit disappointed Harvey Elliott's gone, because I still, you know, his best football's still to come.
It's funny that you said that then, because when you were talking about Rio, and you were saying, like, oh, we want this from him in 10 years' time, I thought of Elliott, because I thought of, like, to be honest, any young players that come into your club, you want that. You want them to be brilliant. And Elliott's the same. It's like, when he first come, you're like, 16 was he? It's like, super young anyways. And you're like, I just want him to smash it. And he looks really good. And then it just doesn't work out or whatever, but yeah.
I think it's hard as well, Joel, because, you know, if he was playing for Everton, for argument's sake, just Everton, right? But if he was playing for Everton, he would have played every game last season.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he'd be playing this season. I know Everton have made some good signings, actually, Dribbling, Grealish, and who's that kid in the middle? He's got a really long name. Shrewsbury Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Just signed him from Chelsea.
That's from Chelsea, isn't it? Yeah.
But Harvey will be in there.
Yeah.
And so I think the move to Aston Villa's a good one for him, but it's really tough, I think, at Liverpool, because, you know, like, he hasn't really got the frame for the midfield, and he's not going to play over Mo. You know, Mo plays every game, like, so it's really difficult. But look, I hope he does well. If I hope we buy him back. You know what I mean? Got a buyback clause, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to have a quick break.
Go on.
We've got a advert coming your way from our friends at Weekend Pilates, and when we come back, we're going to be doing... Joel's already warned me on this, he hates trivia, but it is Reds trivia.
I'm not ready for this.
With Take It to the Max, as we call it. So get your pens and papers out, and we'll be doing it after this ad. Our kid's getting married next year. The Reds are getting fit. Jack, Weekend Pilates.
Weekend Pilates, is that based in Croydon, Sydney?
based in Croydon, Sydney. Kathleen, you know the one?
Kathleen?
Yeah, so they've got a Pilates studio, which is stunning. Images up on the screen right now.
Bang.
Have a look at that. See that bit of machine? Don't know what it is, but it's good for you.
You could be on that.
Yeah, you could be on that. Jack Mo Salah does Pilates. It's very different now than what I think people used to think about it. Pilates is for everyone. We've got the summer coming up. Everyone wants to get in shape a little bit, don't they?
Everyone wants to get in the swimmers, looking great, winking at people. How are you?
All right.
How are you?
All right, princess.
How'd you get that body?
Yeah.
Don't you worry about it, mate.
Yeah.
I'm married.
I went to weekend Pilates. That's what they'll say.
Pilates in Croydon, Sydney.
And if you quote Reds Down Under, you get a 10% discount on a 5 and 10 pack bundle.
Wow.
Now, Jack, it's not just like it's not just like classes with like 15 people in it.
Yeah. But you go in and feel like a knobhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing it, mate.
You got the wrong socks on and all that. You feel like an idiot. But it's private and semi-private sessions.
Yeah.
So you reach out to Kathleen. We'll put the email address and the social media at the bottom of the page so people can see it.
At Weekend Pilates and weekendpilates.com.au.
Right, so Joel, it's trivia, mate. I know you said you're not too confident on the trivia.
No, I'm not. I've got... My memory's terrible.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they're not ones that I got it.
So the way we're going to do
Go
it
on.
is, I'll ask the question, and then I'll give you a little bit of time, not too long.
Don't give me too long then.
And then you're going to shout it out.
Alright, go on.
All right, so that's the way we're going to do it.
Is it multiple choice?
No, straight down the line.
Guys, don't judge me if I'm really, really bad. I am a proper red, don't worry.
Some people do really well on the trivia, some people don't. But it doesn't mean you're less of a red, don't worry.
all
Don't
right
be
then.
peeking,
Does it-
don't be fine.
As long as you aren't going to judge me, go on.
All right,
I'll try my best, guys.
Question number 1 then. Curtis Jones is the Scouser in our team,
Yeah.
but what is his squad number?
17.
It's bang on the money. Curtis Jones is the Scouser in our team and his squad number is number 17. There you go, you've got one.
No, lads. If the questions like that, I'll be alright. Are they all like recent, modern questions? Current?
Couldn't for you.
Okay.
Because you're like me, you're an old bloke. So you know, you'll be alright.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see.
I feel like I'm going to obviously know the answers. Because I'm under pressure, I might, like my brain will just go scatty, but let's see.
Alright. Even if you know the answer, give it a couple of seconds so people can play it home.
Go on. Yeah, I should have given that a few seconds.
Alright, question number 2. In his first transfer window as Reds manager, Roy Hodgson signed Joe Cole. Which Premier League club did he move to after Liverpool? Who did Joe Cole play for? Which English club did he play for after Liverpool?
Ooh.
Directly after Liverpool. This is tough, this one. Because I was writing the questions and normally I sort of write the ones I already know.
Did you think of this question or is this off something?
Yeah, I thought of it and then I Googled it. Because I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say, did you know?
Because he did go and play for Lille on loan
Oh,
for a year.
I
with
remember
Hazard,
that with
I think.
Hazard as well.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Because you ever seen on Instagram they do them, they're like, football facts you didn't know. And there's like football players that you didn't know played, and I always remember that picture of Hazard and Joe Cole. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I think they were
Can we swear on here, by the way?
Yeah, you can swear.
Alright,
yeah.
sweet.
Shit. Alright, I need
Oh,
an
wait
answer
there.
from you, Joel.
Mate, I'll be honest, I just can't even picture him in another kit.
Yeah.
Is it a Premier League team?
Premier League, yeah. So they were Premier League then, and they're Premier League currently.
So
it's you've got a 1 in 19 chance there, at least.
I'm gonna say, who else came up this year? I don't know why the way you said it. I feel like it's someone who's just come back home. Let's say Burnley.
Well, they were claret and blue, but the answer was Aston Villa.
Oh,
Which I had no idea.
I actually don't remember that.
I had no idea. I don't know how many games he played for them.
Yeah.
Like, 2013 he left. I can't remember him playing under Brendan Rodgers, but he must have done. Because Bren was there then, wasn't he? Question number 3. Who scored Liverpool's second goal in the 4-0 win against Barcelona in 2019?
Oh, second goal. Second goal has to be.
Who scored the second goal in the 4-0 win against Barcelona in 2019?
Just trying to think the order that they went in. It's Origi, super early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rebounded, wasn't
it? What score was it at half time?
1-0.
So Wijnaldum's the goal scorer.
It was Gini Wijnaldum. He scored the second
and the third.
And the third. That's right, mate.
Yeah.
Can you remember who he came on for?
No.
No, I
I probably could if I thought about it, but I'm really like conscious of that. Like I'm taking too long to answer the questions.
He came on for. I think he came on for Robertson. I think.
Was Robertson injured?
I don't know. I think he just made a tactical change. I think Milner went left back.
Okay.
Question number 4. Who is Liverpool's longest serving manager in the post-war era? Who is Liverpool's longest serving manager in the post-war era?
Not a Scooby.
So before the war, it would have been old Tom Watson. But I'm asking in the post-war era.
Would you know that? Would you know the answer? And
I would have had a pop at it. And I would have got it right.
I'm not even going to have a pop because I don't want to embarrass myself. How many years is it?
15. Look, he's getting clues and everything.
I know, I'm terrible.
Our kids will be screaming at the phone.
Yeah. No, go on. Give us the answer.
Go on, have a guess. You've got to have a guess.
I can't, lads, can't.
You might be
because
right.
I'll just embarrass myself.
You might be right.
What years is it?
What's his star sign?
Shankly.
It was Bill Shankly. 15 years, well played.
I honestly, I was messing myself up because you're saying like war after the war, and I'm like, I don't know what. This is not a history question. I don't know what years the war is.
Well, it was Bill Shankly.
Yeah.
You were spot on, lad. You were absolutely spot on. And then question number 5, which is the last one.
Go on.
Just as a favour, hold that microphone a bit further away.
Further away?
Yeah, that's good.
Go on.
Question number 5. What country did Martin Scale captain?
Oh, Slovakia.
It was Slovakia. Well played. So how many did you get right there? You got Curtis Jones. You got...
I think I got 3 out of 5.
Gini Wijnaldum. You got Bill Shankly. And you got Slovakia, you got 4.
Oh, nice. So it was only the Joe Cole. It was only the Joe Cole one, I didn't
It's
get.
only the Joey Cole.
I'll take that.
That's not too bad, lad.
I'll take that. Yeah, they wasn't that bad, them, actually. Just my history's not very good, is it?
Yeah. Well, there you go. How many did you get right? Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know at home. Now, Liverpool have got 2 games coming up.
Yeah.
We've got Burnley and we've got Atletico in the Champions League. Let's talk about Burnley first, mate.
Go on.
Tough place to go, Turf Moor,
Yeah,
mate.
it is. They've had an all right start. I think they got smoked, didn't they, the first game? Was it Tottenham?
Yeah, they got beat 3-0.
They got 3-0 by Tottenham. And then I feel like they won the second game 3-0 as well.
They beat Sunderland. I don't know if it was 2 or 3-0. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it was comfortable.
And actually, I think what made that such a good result was because Sunderland won their first game as well of the season, if I remember. So then they've gone and beat them, even though Sunderland were on a nice vibe. And then I think we played 3, haven't we? They've just played Man United.
Yeah,
I think they scored 2 at Old Trafford.
Yeah, doesn't everyone?
Yeah, true.
They took them down to the wire at Old Trafford. And Fernandes scored the last minute pen.
Yeah, and I think I'm not going to say we're going to smoke them, but I think we need to. I think we need to really now start. I know we're in the international break now, but I think we need to come back and genuinely start setting a precedent now and really, with the big guns after this transfer window, really showing that we mean business.
Are you expecting Burnley to have a crack, or do you think they're going to play a really tough game?
No, I think it'll be tough. I'll be honest, I'm not yet at that stage where I'm expecting us to just walk over. And like I said, I want us to, but no, I think they'll give us a tough game, especially the way we've started, really, haven't we? Teams have been in the game, haven't been quite settled. I do think it'll come. But obviously, like, we've got a lot of new lads around the team and whatever. So, yeah, I think it'd be a tough game. Be a tough game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just looking here, made some notes earlier because Dubravka has been in goal for them, and he's been doing really well. Jaden Anthony's got 2 goals and 1 assist. He was playing for Bournemouth and he's went to Burnley and he started really well, so he's going to be a threat there. And I think he normally plays on the left, so it'll be interesting to see how that right back position shapes up, won't it? Because would you go Szoboszlai again?
Possibly, you know, possibly. I mean, after that Arsenal game and his goal, the 2 last games, his performances, has he been 2 man of the matches? I know you got man of the match against Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, at least
and
one.
I'm pretty sure he's had 2 back-to-back man of the matches at right back. So I don't see why not. What about yourself?
I think in a game like this, I think you can afford to have a Szoboszlai in there anyway, because you're hoping to have a lot of the ball. My only concern, as I say, will be Jaden Anthony being in there, and for that reason, and I think as well, we want to get Conor Bradley's minutes up. We want to get Connor's minutes up.
Because was you shocked with Szoboszlai starting against Arsenal? Because Conor Bradley's fit, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he was fit. I know he hasn't had many minutes, but
yeah,
was that a shock?
He had a couple of injury niggles, didn't he? I was shocked. When he played against Newcastle, I was like, okay, well, you know, I do my sort of like notepad 11 and guess the 11. I went with Bradley and everyone was sending me messages, Bradley's out. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. Szoboszlai went in, did a really good job.
Very good, yeah.
I was very surprised he started against Arsenal.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
But thank God he did, you know what I mean?
That's why Slot gets paid the big bucks and we don't.
Yeah, Slot got it right.
Yeah.
And I think in this game, I think you can afford to have a player in there who's going to take a couple of risks and stuff. What about your front 3? Obviously, Isak has joined Liverpool, 125 million apparently.
Which I'm absolutely buzzing about, by the way. Buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buzzing, man. He's like my... Isak's like my FIFA, or I think it's called like FC25 now. That's like my managerial mode. Like, I have to buy him when the transfer window opens.
Yeah, I actually had a career mode with Newcastle and I scored like 50 goals with them. I was like, this guy's like a cheat code. He's good.
He's a baller. I'm excited about that.
Like, what are you expecting from him? If you had to put a metric on there?
Numbers-wise, goals-wise, I honestly don't know. I don't know. How many did he score last season?
23 in the league.
23 in the league, yeah. It's all dependent on how, if he stays fit. Because I know everyone always keeps mentioning, he always has injury issues. And I've already had a nightmare, by the way, that he gets injured. We signed him. Then we've obviously had, we've got the international break now. I've had a nightmare that he gets injured playing for Sweden and then literally doesn't play. Doesn't play for us. So I am like worried. But, I mean, if he stays fit, he's definitely going to be in the 20s, isn't he?
Yeah, like I'd like to think so. Like I sort of said last week as well. Like I'm hoping that he's a 30-goal man.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm expecting him to be. But I think if he gets himself in the 20s this year, Mo Salah does the same. Ekitike is going to be banging them in, and Gakpo's always going to turn up with a goal or two, isn't he?
But I think that's sort of what you got to remember as well. 30-goal a season striker is like if they're the main focal point. Liverpool, we are like blessed in the sense that we've got a Salah, we've got, like you said, a Gakpo, Ekitike started like a house on fire, hasn't he? So we've got these other players that are going to chip in. So like, well, you've obviously seen Salah last season, his numbers incredible. And I remember seeing a stat about like, it was like Núñez, Diaz, Gakpo, whoever else, and it was their numbers compared to him, and it was like, Salah does carry a lot of the weight. But I know, I'm hoping now that, well, obviously you've got Isak brought him in, he's going to take the stress off Salah. They're all going to take the stress off each other. We're open. So you might not get a 30-goal a season, but that's because you'll have 3 or 4 lads that have got 15 plus, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the league.
No, I think you're spot on. And I think as well, What we sort of forget is, we say, oh, we're in 4 competitions and whatever.
Yeah.
There will be moments in the season where the manager might say, well, I really need Isak fit on Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So
he is gonna do
Saturday, I'm going to put him on
Yeah.
the bench. And then maybe even the next Saturday, he might be on the bench again. So you don't know, do you? Are you expecting him to start against Burnley? Would you start him against Burnley, and would you expect him to?
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. No, actually, no, I'm going to take that back, actually. I think if he'd had a proper pre-season, he starts. But I think the fact that he's hardly, but I don't know, this is your chance in a game like Burnley to sort of get his minutes in him, isn't it? Would I start him? I wouldn't. Mainly because of how good Ekatike started, really. I'm just like, I feel like it's half cheeky to throw this Isak straight in. I would bring him off the bench, Will he start? I'm going to say no. I don't know whether Slot starting. What do you think?
I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think he'll go Ekatike. I think he'll stick with the front three because they've been good.
Yeah, they've been good.
They've been good. Mo's been a bit quiet, but
Mo's been very quiet.
Yeah,
like.
But I'm not worried.
No, I'm not. No, one thing you know about Salah, I know he's getting older and that, but he always pops up, doesn't he? With his numbers.
He's fit as a fiddle. Yeah. He's fit as a fiddle. Like, so I'm not worried about Mo, but I do think he'll go Ekatike. If it was me, I would start Isak.
Would you?
Yeah, and I was saying, because if it's 0-0 and it's 60 minutes, everyone starts looking at Isak, then he's on the bench. When's Isak coming on and all that? And I think that can be a bit of a problem sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I would go Isak, but I think Slot. I don't think Slot will. I think he'll go with that front three. When I was putting me notes together for this as well. Remember that Ragnar Klavan goal?
Yeah.
Last kick of the game.
I could see that on there.
Yeah, absolutely top class. Love Klavan. Wasn't the greatest footballer, but he did the job for us. All right, give us your prediction, Joel.
Do we concede? Do you think we concede? Having said that, we kept a clean sheet against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because I think that's my only worry. These first few games, I'm obviously including pre-season as well, like seeing we conceded in pre-season quite a few, so that's my only question. We win definitely. I'm confident, but whether we concede, I'm going to say 3-1.
3-1. So you've gone for a 2-goal deficit. I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to go 2-0. I'm not overly convinced we're going to keep clean sheet.
Yeah.
But I think what I did see against Arsenal was, I think there was a reaction from Kanate.
Yeah.
And there was a reaction from the cop.
Okay.
There was a moment, there was a couple of moments there where they were getting behind him. And I've seen a different Kanate against Arsenal, and I'm hoping that's him now. He played for France in midweek.
How did they get on?
League. They won. I don't know who they played.
Because I know Mbappe scored, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a video anyway. But I don't know why I feel 2-0, but I know him and Ekatike. Because that was Ekatike's French debut, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's never been called up to the senior team.
No.
The first team, so it's what happens when you sign with the Reds.
When you sign with the Reds,
instantly,
you get
after
in the
3
team.
games, you're straight into your national team.
Yeah, Scale got the armband. Yeah, so look, I think the Reds will win the game. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I wouldn't be surprised if we can see it, but I do think we'll get a couple of goals. So I'm going to go 2-0.
Does Isak score?
Yeah, he scores a hat-trick and we win 2-0.
No, I think he scores. I just feel like I've got this thing with top players having a debut, and I feel like on your debut you just go above and beyond. Like you get that, like, don't know, you just have that just extra something that just that like the top players do. They always on the shine on the debut, get a goal or whatever. So I think he gets a goal.
He might do, and if it is in that scenario like we were talking about, they bring him on and they need a goal and he gets it, it's going to be massive
go off,
massive for him. The away end at Turf Moor will go absolutely bonkers. Let's talk about the Champions League, mate.
Go on.
We've got this game against Atletico coming up, and we'll come to that in a second. Last season in the Champions League, obviously with the new format, so you're playing 8 games, the top 8 qualify automatically, and then from 8 to 24 go into like a knockout thing, I think. Is that right? I don't know.
Mate, I can't remember,
so.
to be honest.
I think so. But, like, we won that group.
Yeah.
Great, you know. Didn't really mean anything. We got PSG, we got knocked out.
It doesn't mean anything, to be honest.
No.
I'm sort of like, I remember at the time thinking, because I feel like, did we win every single game, apart from the last game?
I think we won 7 out of the 8, didn't we?
Yeah, so we've smashed it. And then somehow you've ended up with a harder next game than other teams. It just seems mad.
Yeah, because that's the tough spot, isn't it? Because there was a couple of teams who got really tough games because Real Madrid were quite low in the group, weren't they? And they ended up playing someone they wiped the floor with them. I think they played Brest. No joke. So they played Brest, and I think they absolutely smashed them. And so, you know, winning this mini group, if you like, is no guarantee that, you know, is no guarantee you're going to get an easier game. With that in mind, would you rotate in the Champions League, or would you go with your strongest team in the Champions League?
I honestly think now, the sort of like squad we've assembled, I think you can chop and change a few players and it still be a strong team. Like you said, like if you're looking up top now, we've got a bit of strength in depth. Whereas when we sold the likes of Nunes and Diaz, you started worrying. And you know, we were linked with Isaac, and you were like, we need them actually. We need them. Like, I know it's a lot of money, but we actually need to get. And if you're not going to get Isaac, go in and get a couple of other attackers. So I think we have definitely got strength in depth. But also I think from last season's Champions League phase, whatever it is, I sort of learned that you don't have to win every game. You know what I mean? I feel like we were every single game it was treated like it was a knockout game or whatever. But I feel like now after that first sort of experience with it, you don't actually have to win every game. So yeah, I think get some players who didn't play in the league, did the game prior or whatever, give them some minutes and make sure that we've got, you know, everyone's getting minutes, we've got a happy squad, and then the players are ready when we need them throughout the league. Because I think it's going to be I don't know if I think I'm right to be confident. I genuinely think we're going to be there or thereabouts in all 4 competitions come the end of the season. So
yeah, I don't think there's a reason why we can't have a crack. I think we lose Salah to the African Cup of Nations, don't we? Which is tricky. This is a Reds Down Under announcement for all supporters. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram, give us a review on Spotify, Apple and Amazon. Thank you. But yeah, I think we should be thereabouts. I think the Champions League, we've got some tough fixtures. We've got some really tough fixtures, which we've got here. But I think opportunities to rotate as well. I will never know what that fixture was because I've crossed out the wrong name. But we've got Atletico Madrid, Galatasaray away, which is tough game, that Galatasaray.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that's away. Yeah, I think that'd be amazing to go to one of them Turkish grounds, wouldn't it? To go off.
Oh man, I wouldn't go.
Be dangerous.
Oh man,
it looks dangerous. Like, it looks crazy, but it'd be a sick experience if you did get to go.
Yeah, it'd be really good. I think I'd go, but I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go as a red.
Yeah,
no chance. no chance I wouldn't go as a red. But I'd go as as a neutral. Then the team I crossed out was Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
At home again at Anfield, as we did last season.
Then you've crossed someone else.
And then I've got to cross someone else out. So we don't know. We've got Internazionale away and Marseille away, and then we play Karabag at home. No dramas there.
No
dramas there. Let's talk about...
I think that's hard, me. That's hard.
Yeah, I think it's tough.
I don't know how they do the draw. It's not based on your league position. There's no seeding or what?
There is seeding, but it's based on your UEFA coefficient. So it's like how many UEFA points you've built up down the years.
Because I remember seeing the draw in comparison to all the other Prem teams and thinking we've got the hardest.
Well, I mean, if you look at Inter away, Marseille away, Galatasaray away, if I had to pick three places not to go to, they would be on the list. I would say
Yeah, no, I think some of them are tough games. Do you know what I mean? You know, you've got to perform, haven't you, on some of them games there? You know, Real Madrid, that'll be a sick game, by the way.
Yeah,
very excited for that one. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Like you said, you've got that Karabag. They're the ones where you can rest players and that or whatever. But yeah, it's got to be on your game.
Yeah, I would like to see some of those players. I've got some of your Mamadashvili, Jones, Leone, Trainaioni, even Jayden Dan's getting a run out in the Champions League. You know, I don't think there's a reason you have to play 90 minutes and play your strongest team and bring Isaac off and put Ekatike on. Yeah. You know, if you're winning the game, you can bring Dan's on. You're still going to have a strong team in there. Let's talk about Atletico Madrid.
Go on.
Tough game, mate. We've had some big battles with them down the years, haven't we?
They're usually a tough team, aren't they? They're usually just the way he's got them. He's been with them for years now, Simeone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just the way he's got them. They're always a tough game. But I've done my research.
Oh yeah.
Not that I haven't watched much La Liga this season, but don't think they've won a game yet in the first three.
No, they've had 2 draws and a defeat.
Yeah. Because I remember, I looked and I'm pretty sure they're in the relegation zone. I know it's only 3 games, but I mean, they've definitely not started well. And I'm pretty sure the games they've lost, they should be winning.
Yeah, I don't think they haven't played one of the big boys, have they?
Not that I remember.
No, their first game, I think, was against Valladolid, I think, and they got beat there. Julian Alvarez, who's their threat, up front. He's only scored 1 goal so far this season. But it's going to be a physical game, I think, mate.
Of course.
It's got a red card in it.
What? That's at home, is it? Yeah?
That's at home, yeah.
They're at home. I always back us at home. Always. No, it'll be a tough game. Be a tough game for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. Jota obviously played for Atletico as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the club have got planned, what the 2 clubs have got planned, but I'm expecting when they do the standing ovation on 20 minutes, I think that might be a bit of a special moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe
You'd think so, wouldn't you? What the club and other clubs have done so far, in his honour, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been very very nice to see other clubs, and I know Wolves and clubs that he actually played for have done stuff. And I seen actually the other day because obviously it's international break now, Portugal unveiled a statue or something, whatever it was. But just to see what everyone's doing, the football community, even players, Milner, people doing a celebration, people getting his number on the back and stuff. I think it's obviously it's tragic and it's heartbreaking for everyone, but to see the football community, sort of pull together, it's been amazing. Really.
Yeah, and that's what football's all about. You were down there yesterday, down Majors Bay.
Yeah.
Selling your football shirts. You have to tell us about that later before we go. But it was amazing. It was really amazing. I haven't got kids or nothing, but there was just so many kids out there playing football, and everyone was just having the best time, and like football's just got something special about it, which and don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of sports, but
I was as you were saying that, then I was literally going to say, is it just football or is it sports in general?
I think football's different. I think football's different. I know, like, some of our American followers will say you know, there's a romance about baseball. Yeah. But just football is just like punches right into your heart, I think, more than any other game in the world, I think. Yeah,
I don't know whether that's because football's honestly like the only sport that I sort of watch, you know, religiously. I don't, you know what it's like being like a Scouser, being from Liverpool. It's sort of, we're really only brought up, it's like a one sport city, I'd say. You know, I've got a lot of like other British people, English friends or whatever, and they all like cricket or they like another sport. Whereas, I mean, I'm speaking for myself here, but I only literally ever watched. I don't even know how to play some other sports.
Yeah, well,
like I don't know the rules. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely like all my life it's just only been football.
Yeah. Liverpool's like that. And my mate does a rugby league podcast with James Graham. So he played in the NRL and played for Bulldogs and whatever. And Jimmy's from where I went to school in McGull.
Okay.
And it was so mad. He's like a top class rugby league player from Liverpool. You don't meet them.
Yeah, it's weird.
You don't meet them. Like, you play football and that's it. You know what I mean? All right, Atletico, tough game. Maybe a red card in it. Probably. What's your prediction?
Based, like I said, I'm not claiming to be a Atletico expert, but based on just this start. When is this? How many games is there before then? Is there just one league game before that?
And then Atletico, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know who they're playing next, but just based on this start of the season and the fact that we're top and we've got Burnley, I'm guessing, like I said, based on our predictions, I think we're going to beat Burnley. And then off the back of that, we'll have some good vibes. It's at home. We're going to win. Like I said, when I looked at the results, I don't think they've been scored many. Did you say they've only scored one?
Alvarez has only scored one.
Okay.
But I think they've only scored 3, 4.
So let's go for Champions League night at Anfield. One thing about us, there's just goals in us. There's just goals. So whenever I'm thinking of a game, I never ever think like 0-0 or 1-0. I always think we're going to score a couple. So I'm going to go for 2-0.
2-0. It's interesting because I never back against Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a tough one because I think it's a flag in the ground for Simeone.
Yeah, okay.
In his season, and I think even if they don't win this weekend, I think after that he'll be saying to his players, right, don't go to Anfield and get turned over. Like, let's go to Anfield, let's upset the apple cart. They all think they're great, they've spent this much money, they've got this easy, and we're going to go to them and remind them that we're at Let's Go and we're in the picture. So I think it's going to be a really tough game. I'm going to say 1-1.
Okay, really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. It's either going to be 1-1 or 4-0. But I'm going to go with 1-1. I'm going to go on the low end this time, mate. That's pretty much a pod. How have you found it?
Yeah, loved it, lad. Loved it. Like you said beforehand, I was a little bit nervous or whatever, but it's normal. It's like having a conversation.
Yeah, you smashed the trivia as well.
Done all right. I was nervous. The Shankly one in particular. Like, I felt like I knew the answer. Yeah. Like, I felt like the answer was obvious. But then I was like, I don't want to say it. And then you're like, lad, do you not know anything?
Oh, there'll be loads of people out there who didn't get it.
Yeah.
15 years is a long time, innit?
Yeah. No, well, obviously when I said to you, like, you're going to tell me how long, then it was obvious, do you know what I mean? But no, it was fun. I enjoyed it, mate, honestly.
Good.
Thanks for having me. Anytime.
Yeah.
If your kid's away, hopefully your kid goes on more work trips. And I'll fill in for him.
I know, he's in Brisbane at the minute, like. He's loving it.
Is he?
Yeah, he loves it up there.
Oh, the weather will be lovely up there. Like,
Yeah,
it's been
spot
nice
on.
here, but it'll definitely be nice up there, won't it?
Yeah, I think he's going to go to... So we got some really good friends in the Queensland Supporters Club up there.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Jules was up there. So our kid's going to go down, I think, and watch the game with them.
Oh, nice,
so that's
nice,
great.
nice. Well, that'd be good, isn't it? Getting involved with all the other supporters clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jules, you're warned. Our kid's going to be there.
There's your heads up.
Next week. Just one more reminder that next week's podcast will be coming out on Tuesday. We're going to try and get it to you sort of early afternoon so you can listen to it on your way home from work. Is the idea. How about that? Thanks so much to Joel. Thanks so much everyone for watching and listening wherever you are. Don't forget to give us a little subscribe and all that sort of business. And we'll see you next week. Up the Reds.
Up the Reds.
We are the Reds Down Under, and this is our podcast.